Hola guys, we are going to do an art tutorial today. So I already have my makeup done, so I thought it would be fun to do a Valentine's Day eye look, right? So, one second. All right, so I'm going to show you two palettes that you could use to get this look at a reasonable price. So I have, these are both Colourpop, and I have the Fade into Hue palette, which looks like this. Matte About Hue palette, which is all mattes. And I'll be using some of this. So let's get into it. So what I'm going to do, since we're making this a pinky Valentine's Day look, I will say, because this palette does have this like super dark purple in it, you could either use this purple or grab a black. I think I'm going to grab a black for this look, but that's just so you know when we get there to it. So what I'm going to do is grab a brush like this little guy, just thin and flat, and then I'm going to grab a rounder brush like this guy, clean, well, fairly clean, it's more neutral, fluffy brush. What I'm going to do is take the shade Little Iffy right here, and then I'm going to breathe and come in and put this right in my eye socket. See? Because I kind of have hooded eyes, so when I open my eyes, like, the color disappears. So I like to put mine right in the crease and then above. So that's why I like to cover actually the outer side of my brush and not just the inner side, so that way I can get some of that color up into the crease. And I'm just going to come back and forth with this. And then when I have most of the product off my brush, this is where I'm going to take the tip of my brush and I am going to just start buffing and blending up. And take a clean brush, buff over the top of that ever so slightly. I'm learning how to do my makeup too. Right there with y'all, okay? So let's not judge me. You can see how much better this one is blended. This is why I say I'm not great. And so now with this tinier, flatter brush, I'm going to grab this Crazy Cool shade. Just two little taps on that. And I am going to dust off the extra. This is where I'm going to put this, just right over here on top of that pink where it starts to fade out, just to try and make the transition easier. Like, do you guys see how that just makes it so much easier? I want to point out too, my eyebrows are different shapes. One is a little higher, one's a little longer. My eyes are different shapes. One is longer, one's rounder, like they're not even, one's higher, one's lower. So when I do my makeup, I try to have some grace on myself, and you should too if you feel like you can't get your stuff even. It's not that big of a deal. You know, like, we all have uneven faces. Something about us is uneven. And it just turns out that I have a few more uneven things. Like, even this side of my nose is skinnier. This side comes out farther. Like, it's a bunch of stuff. And I've just realized recently that there's nothing I really do to change it. I mean, I could, but I don't want to go through like a bunch of plastic surgery or anything to change my whole face. Like, this is the face God gave me. This is the one I'm lucky to have. So I'm gonna live with it, and I'm gonna embrace it, and I'm gonna accept it. And I'm not gonna get mad at myself for my makeup not looking perfect the way I want it to, or the way that I think other people online's face looks. I am just going to do me and work with what I got. So saying that I like go to the edge of my eyes and everything, that's totally different for both of these eyes, because one is longer, one's more rounder and bigger. Like, it's just, so they're not gonna be the same for me. And honestly, I'm okay with that. So that's my disclaimer on my eyes being uneven. If you don't like it, don't watch, because I'm fine with it. And that's all that matters. Anywho, rant over. Grab a little pencil-y guy brush. So I have this one here that's kind of dirty. So I'm just gonna, I could get my color swatch out, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to grab Simply Syrup. Got an itch. I'm going to tap some off, maybe even blow some off. I'm going again to breathe, because your girl ain't that good. I'm actually going to turn, so since this is like so thin like this, I'm actually going to turn it upside down to where the color is facing this top. And I'm going to just start putting this right here into the crease. I'm gonna flip it back around, and I'm actually going to start to shade this lower lash line. Connect those, I think, is what I wanted to do. Don't connect it. You know what? I don't want them connected. So I'm glad I didn't do that. So I'm glad they didn't touch out. I'm just gonna wipe that away a little bit at first. So I'm gonna dip back in there because I need this a little bit darker. Now I'm gonna go in downwards so that I can get this like really in there. I'm going to bring it across here and flip it back again. Now I think what I'm actually going to do is like trying to bring this dark purple out, or dark pink out a little bit. Just like ever so slightly. I'm definitely gonna have to wash these brushes when I'm done to get this pink stain off of them. Take that cool pink again, because I'm actually trying to like leave my lid fairly clean. So I'm just gonna kind of brush that across here where I kind of bled into this lower lash line. Or my lid, I guess, not even my lower lash line. My lower lash line's all the way down here. What am I talking about? So again with the cool pink, which is the one that we took up here and blended. Now, I do close my eyes sometimes, but I actually do like to leave my eye fairly open when I'm doing this because of the hoodedness that I have going on. So you'll see me like go back and forth because it helps me. So the black that I like to use that is no longer around, and I'm sorry. So this is why I said grab whatever black, is going to be from my Tati Beauty palette. I love this thing. God, I wish it was still available. This is one of those things where it's like you have it and you love it and you want to use it all the time, but then you don't, because once you run out, you're like, well, what am I gonna do if they don't make it anymore? So this is like the love-hate situation I have going on with this palette right now. So yeah, I'm going to grab a tiny little brush like so. This is a kind of like the one that I was just using, but even smaller. And I'm gonna dip into this black. You guys, this palette is so beautiful. Like, I mean, look at it, look at it. Anyway, so I grabbed this black right here on my brush. I am just going to breathe. I'm gonna go in right here where we have that dark or purple, and I'm gonna just deepen it even more. And so see, when I open my eye, it like just disappears. So, but what I'm gonna do is, because I have it on this really thin brush like this, I'm gonna keep going back and forth, getting it in there, and then I'm going to take the pencil-ish-esque brush that we used in the beginning, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm just going to, even though it still has pink on it, that's okay. We want everything to blend together anyways. Just gonna come around and like really buff that into those other colors. We're gonna go in with this glitter right here on my lid. Flat brush, like so. I'm going to grab this and I'm just going to dip right into that pink. Oh, I barely got any, so we'll see what happens. Yes, I did put it up into my crease because I'm not trying to do a cut crease, and I actually really like the way that that like goes in with black. That like give it a nice color shift. You know what I have left over on my brush? I think I'm actually going to go ahead and bring up, because why not? Let's just have some fun and get glitter freaking everywhere. For liner, I am going to use the Flash Cat Eye from L'Oreal. I really like this liner. Now, I can't really talk and do this, so I'm sorry. I'll try and get better at this. I'm gonna put on some lashes, so I'll be right back. You know what, we're gonna leave it natural and just do mascara for all my girlies out there that don't want to bother with lashes, because you might have a really glam look and think that you need lashes to pull it together, but that is not always the case. Sure, lashes can take you to that next level, but you can rock your own lashes too, and that's what I'm gonna do today. So, I just used the Rare Beauty mascara. It's just a little mini one. I don't know what's going on with my voice. Sorry. So I'm actually just going to take the exact same brushes and we're just gonna start smudging. I'm not adding any extra product right now. I'm just gonna see what I can get going off of this. Honestly, when it comes to my lower lash line, it can be as crazy. So I really don't care if I've mixed colors on a brush or not. I just want something there. And 9 times out of 10, it looks really good. So with whatever colors are already on the brush and mixed together or not. So we're just gonna leave it with that subtle pink tint. I'm not gonna do anything else. So there is our eye look, our Valentine's eye look. And I have mascara up here, so we're gonna ignore that. I'll get it off in a little bit. So this is our eye look. So I'm gonna go do my hair. And then, yeah, that'll be it. But here's the eye look, you guys. I hope you like it. All right, guys, I finished my hair. So this is what our Valentine's Day makeup looks like. I probably wouldn't do my hair like this for Valentine's Day. I mean, maybe if I could make it look a little bit more elegant. But your girl's hair is dirty. It needs to be washed tonight. So we just did a little bunny hoo situation. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you like this eye look. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, ring the bell so you can be notified. My baby's getting impatient, so I will catch you on the next one. Bye, bitches.